Okay, La Cucaracha, probably one of the more famous traditional Mexican songs. Just in time for Cinco de Mayo here. We're starting this one, it's going to be in the key of G. And it's standard tuning. E, A, D, G, B, E. And so for the beginning lead line here, part everybody recognizes, starts off with open D's here. 1, 2, 3. Open D. Then we hit the open G. Then to the 4 on the G. So for that first bit we got just like that. And we do that twice. And then the descending part here, we start with 2 open G's, then the 4 on the D, 2s on the D, and then the open D. So that part. Just like that. You put that all together. The next segment here, kind of similar. 3 open D's. Hit the 4 on the D. And 2 on the G. And we do that twice. And then we jump up here to the 3 on the B, to the 5 on the B, back to the 3. Then we do a 5, 4, 2 on the G, and then open on the G. You put that all together. And then the next lead line here, we come up a little bit higher, and this is probably something that you would hear the trumpet playing for this song, but we have it arranged here for guitar. So we'll try it here. We start at the 7 on the G, hit that twice. Then we do 2 8s on the B, 2 7s on the E. So we have then we come up to the 10 on the E, back to the 7 on the E, then we come back up to the 10, to 12, 10, 8, 7, to the 10 on the B, to the 8 on the E, 10 on the B. So we put that together. So this whole thing sounds like this. Just like that. And the next segment here, kind of similar, just a couple notes different. So we're at the 7 on the G, 7, 2 7s on the B, 2 10s on the B, 8 on the E, 10 on the B. So that little segment here we have. And then we end it off with the 10 on the E, 12 on the E, 10, 8, 7, 10 on the B, 7 on the E, to the 8 on the B. It's kind of similar to the last segment, but switching a few notes to make it kind of wrap up nicely here. And here are the chords and the strummings for the first segment of the song while we're in the key of G. Just like that. So we're playing a G chord, open style. Okay. And then we're going to strum that, and it's going to jump up to D, but just before we jump up to the D, we're going to do a little scale down here on the top string, the E, kind of mimicking the lead line, and then jump up to D. So it sounds like this. And the strumming pattern is just kind of down, up, down, up, down, up, just like this, and then the scale down up to the D. Similar thing with the D, and it's going to come back to G. But for this, we're going to scale up, and we're going to do that on the D string with a open 2, 4. And this one could be a little tricky because you got all your fingers bunched up here at the bottom, and I just kind of keep the ring finger and the middle finger here on the 2 and the 3, and just kind of mute that G. But as I'm scaling up, I'm just kind of hitting these and the open D. And then I'll come up here with my pinky and hit that 4. Something like that. So after we've scaled up from the G to the D like that, and we're rocking on that D, something like that. So you put that whole thing together. And here is the same lead line as before, but it's jumped up to a new key. So this is for when it jumps up to the key of C, and pretty much the same lead line, just in a different key now. But we're playing it way up here at 12. So we have 12 on the G, 13, 2 13s on the B, 2 12s on the E, 15 on the E, back to 12. Just like that. And then we come up even higher here to the 15 on the E, 17 on the E, 15, 13, 12, 15 on the B, 13 on the E, back to 15 on the B. Just like that. So put that together. Continuing on the new lead line here for the key of C, still at 12 here on the G, to 12 on the B, 15 on the B, 13 on the E, back to 15 on the B, 15 on the E, 17, 15, 13, 12, 15 on the B, 12 on the E, 13 on the B. Got it. And it's a similar strumming pattern, and you're doing the same type of thing where you're scaling down to the next chord and then scaling up back to the chord you started at. So this is just going to be between C and G and back to C. So it'll look something like this. Scaling down on the 3, 2 open on the A string here. And then we'll go to the G. Strum on that. And this one, I do a 3 on the E string here, open A there, to the 2nd fret on the A, and then end up on the 3rd fret of the A to get back to C. Just like that. So all together. And that's the chords for the new key of C. Okay, so that's the Cucaracha. Hope you all have a happy Cinco de Mayo, and Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Buenas noches.